Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera. Hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Abdul Karim Alias. I hope everyone is safe and happy during this COVID-19 time. Well, talking about COVID-19, we know that classes have to carry on. So many of the classes now have gone into online. So students actually, most of them are back to their home. Then one of the issues here is actually some of the students, they do not have good internet connection. They have some internet connection, but it's very poor connection. So but almost all of them have a phone, a smartphone. Well, there are a few, but most of them have their phone, and as long as they have some internet connection, although very poor, they can still get connected. So on the part of the teachers or the lecturers, we have to think about how do we deliver lessons to these students through a program like application like WhatsApp and Telegram. And in the previous video, actually I have done one video on this, but in that video, actually let me show you, and the link of the video can be found in the description below. But I want to show you how it looks like in the WhatsApp. So in that video, I give this idea of creating a short lesson in the WhatsApp or Telegram just by actually having a few PowerPoint slides, and then we can record the audio to explain or to talk about that slide. So in this example, I just have 2 slides and 2 audio to explain or to talk about that slide, those slides. Okay, this is a very small lesson, and to my surprise, this video is actually become there's a lot of people actually like the idea, and I get question like, okay, can we have or can we create a more complete lesson, not just PowerPoint and just the audio, but can we have also a video? Can we have also maybe some form of learning activities and some form of assessment as well? Well, the answer is yes. We can actually have a short lesson having all these things. Then the question is, how do we do it? Okay. Now, before we move on, one thing, if you want to deliver your lesson through WhatsApp, of course, you must have the group for your class with all your students in the group. Okay. Then just have some ground rules. Tell the students that this group is only to deliver the lesson, and for you to post or to interact and post your answers or post your response, but no conversation, no need to say thank you, things like that, things like that, because if they do that, then the whole group, the whole WhatsApp group become very cluttered and very crowded. So you just focus on delivering the lesson and the students answering or responding to the questions that you post in this group. So there must be a clear ground rule. Okay, now how do we create and design a small lesson in WhatsApp? Okay, so for this, I want to share with you, my idea is to use a model by TED-Ed. If you are not familiar with TED-Ed, you can come to this website. I will give you also the link in the description below. On TED-Ed website, actually they have hundreds of videos or maybe thousands of videos, and each video is actually designed around a small lesson. So let me just pick one lesson here, maybe this one, antibiotic resistance crisis. I think this is very relevant in the current situation, although the virus is not really, antibiotic is not really useful for virus. Okay, if you see now on the page, how can we solve the antibiotic resistance crisis by Jerry Wright here. You can see here the views. Okay, So basically in TED-Ed, the lesson is designed based on the video. So we have a video here. Then the lesson is designed in these 4 steps here: watch, think, dig deeper, discuss. So first the student have to watch this video. Then after that there will be questions. As you can see here, there 5 multiple choice, 3 open answer, 3 open answer questions. So here the questions are designed to get the students to answers based on the content of the video. Then the third step is called dig deeper. So meaning that based on this video, for this lesson, we will get the students to read, maybe give them the reading assignment here, give them a small problem here, and give them the reading assignment so that they'll be able to answer the problem that you give them. Then there's also a discuss, where they will go further and discuss the questions that you pose to them based on this particular video. So if let's say the students have watched the video, then they will go to the next step, which is think. So you can see there are 8 questions here. So this question actually will be posted on our WhatsApp. Okay, we have to design the question, then everything will happen in the WhatsApp, including the video, everything. I'm just showing here the model that TED used, and we want to adopt this model for creating our WhatsApp lesson. So they can go through the questions and post the answer in the WhatsApp. Okay. Then the third step in the lesson in the WhatsApp, what we can do is just also follow the model. You can give the students additional resources for them in the form of reading material, or you can also give them a small problem and give them a small reading material, a short reading material, give them time. Then after that they will they will actually be able to go deeper and have more understanding of that particular subject. Then in the discuss part, you can actually pose questions. This is a more higher order difficult question to really engage them in the critical thinking and let them answer the question. So if you see the whole process here, if you design a small lesson in WhatsApp, it's actually quite complete, and that's actually good enough to really get the students to not only cover the content, but actually to achieve a certain learning outcome that you want for that particular lesson. So now let me show you how I will design this in the WhatsApp. Oops. All right. Okay. Yep. Okay. So I have this group for my student. So I'm going to create a lesson now. So I prepared actually the content that I need here, so that I can just copy and paste. So now basically this is the name of the course, and then I will tell the student this lesson will take about 15 minutes. So you must tell exactly or roughly how long this lesson will take them. Okay. Then what is the topic that you want to cover for this lesson, and the specific title of the lesson for this topic, and the specific learning outcome. There are 2 learning outcomes for this particular lesson. So I will copy all this and I will just paste and post. So that's what the students will see on their phone. So they know, okay, this for the course IMK 29, and this is a topic, and this is a lesson under this topic, and these are the 2 learning outcomes, very specific learning outcomes for this 15 minutes lesson. Okay, now the first thing is maybe we want to give some short introduction in the form of slide and some audio. So for that I have my slide here. So this slide can be your PowerPoint, and then convert the PowerPoint into image. Then you just drag here and then just post. So next you can record a short audio to talk about this slide. So you click record. Okay, now I'm going to do a short recording here. Hi, hello everyone. In this lesson, you will learn about two things. First, you will learn about different types of flow behavior, which with a focus on Newtonian flow. And the second one, examples of Newtonian fluids. You can see in this picture my son pouring the liquid, the sauce into the plate, right? So why is it important to learn about flow behavior of food? That's basically what we're going to cover in this lesson. Okay, I'm done, so I click OK. So now my lesson is taking shape now. I have some introduction here, the slides, the audio. Now the next thing I want to do now, if I follow the TED-Ed model, I want the students to watch the video first, and this video is actually can be actually a small problem that you want the students to watch and think about the problem. And this problem, of course, is related to the lesson, to the learning outcome for the lesson that you want to achieve. So, but remember, if you want to use video in the WhatsApp, your video must be short. I would recommend between 1 minute to 3 minutes, and the file size must be very small. So you have to compress the video so that it become very small and very light, suitable for WhatsApp. And I've shown how to do this in another video, which you can watch on my channel, and I give you the link down below on the description. Okay, so I have a video here which I have compressed, suitable for my for WhatsApp. So all I need to do now is I just take this video and drag it into my WhatsApp. And maybe I just give instruction in the form of text rather than in the form of audio. You can type the text if you want to give instruction, or maybe just use the audio. It's very fast. Okay. So you just record something. Okay. This video actually describe about the problem about flow behavior. So please watch this video. It's only about 3 minutes. Then make notes, and I will give you a few questions based on this video. Stop. Okay, now the next thing is, after the students have watched the video, if we follow the TED model, the next thing is to get them to think, engage them with the content of the video. So this is also what the engagement between, on the content, students content engagement. So what you can do here is we can post questions. So I have actually here task 1. So I just post 2 kind of multiple choice question. Okay, so I can write a short instruction. Answer the questions above based on the video. Okay, post. So now we can actually just stop here, or let the students answer, or we can ask them to do the second activity in this short lesson, which is here, dig deeper. Okay, we follow the TED model, dig deeper. So usually in this dig deeper step, we can actually get the students to do more reading. So what I'm going to do here, I will give a short instruction here. Okay, folks, after you have watched the video and answered the 2 questions here, I want you to do some reading. The article is attached below. Okay, so that's the instruction. Then I will give them a reading material, which is only 3 pages of PDF here, which come from my notes, my own notes. So just click post. So here we want the students now to do some reading material. So this is one of the learning activities that we can do as part of the whole lesson. Now after they have done that, we can go to the next step where we want the students now to discuss a few questions that we pose. We can design this question so that the question actually will get them more understanding and take them to the higher level in Bloom taxonomy. So for this, okay, what I want to do now is to give them a question. So this actually I'm doing the task 3 discuss. So I will give the students this problem. So I will give the instruction first. Okay, based on the article which we have read above, think about this problem that I'm giving you now, and I want you to post the answer by tomorrow 10 a.m. Okay, that's the instruction. Then I will post the question here. Okay. Then finally, I can have reflection. So reflection at the end of this course, at the end of this lesson. So you can do some reflection. So you can ask the students, please share 2 important points from this lesson. And finally, you can wrap up, or you can do some debriefing, or some a short summary of the whole lesson here. Okay, that's about all for our lesson today. So basically what you have learned today in this lesson, you learn about the classification of flow behavior, which basically when we look at the range of food materials that we have, we can classify them into Newtonian and non-Newtonian flow behaviors. And in this lesson, actually focus more on the Newtonian behavior, the characteristics, the properties, and the examples of Newtonian fluids. Okay, so I hope you have understood the main concept and classification. So in the next lesson, we will look at the non-Newtonian flow. Thank you. So we have now a complete lesson in WhatsApp. You can have text, you can have your slide, then you can have your audio, you can have a video, but remember the video must be compressed, must be short. You can have a few videos, but each video probably 1 minute to 3 minutes. You can have a mix of, you can have some activities, you can have more get the students to do reading activities. So we can do a simple assessment and many other things you can do in a short lesson. Okay, so that's about all. I hope this sharing how to create lesson in WhatsApp or Telegram is useful, and hopefully you can apply, especially if you have students living in those areas where the connection is very poor, but you can still deliver your lesson through this channel. Thank you, and see you in another lesson.